Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and this is my review for Mickey 17.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy. Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews.
Don't make me destroy you.
Okay, so Mickey 17, directed by Bong Joon-ho and starring Robert Pattinson in dual roles. It is the tale of a young man called Mickey who lives on Earth in 2054. He's run out of luck, he's having some really bad times, he's making some absolutely stupid decisions. And one of those stupid decisions is to join the new space program, which is colonizing worlds across the galaxy. And he agrees to join this crew as an expendable, not really knowing exactly what that entails. He joins the crew and puts himself willingly in danger in the name of research and this journey to a new world. And it obviously comes off with some predictable things early on in the movie. I'm going to go into some spoilers throughout for this, but needless to say, I enjoyed the first half of the movie a lot more than I did the second half of the movie. The central premise really is that every time Mickey is involved in something, he's put in danger by the crew, by the exploration team, to the point where he inevitably comes across a grisly death and is replaced, brought back to life using a new cloning process that has been outlawed on Earth but can be used in space. Interesting. And everything seems to get a bit more complicated when they reach this planet Niflheim. Obviously, it's a name in terms of Norse lore, Norse mythology, and they come across a sentient alien species called the Creepers, and it just goes bonkers from there. Now, like I said, the first half of the film is really great. It balances this really clever, dark, black comedy with some really great, amazing visuals at time, and this hard, heavy-hitting, nihilistic view of humanity as it is. I mean, they've completely lost all sense of morals. They're all focused on self-indulgence, and nothing points that better than the performance of Mark Ruffalo, who has these fake teeth which make his jaw stick out. There are some really great performances here in this film, but unfortunately, the film is ultimately weighed down by some really pointless subplots, and to be honest, an overbearing, heavy-handed use of the satire. The film completely loses the momentum of the satire it gives us by literally just completely hitting us over the head over and over again, rather than allowing the film to simply run and embrace what it's trying to say. It's a shame, really. It's almost as if as soon as we hit the central idea of the story, that's when things go off the rails. The film seems to be going, relatively smoothly and entertainingly within that first hour, and it's only when we sort of hit this point where, in actual fact, two Mickeys are, together at one time. And this is not a slight over Robert Pattinson. He's a very great performer in this movie. He plays the dual parts exceptionally well, creating some really good scenes, but it's the story that goes along with that. It just becomes too much, coupling with the subplots, the side stories, the side characters. There's a dinner sequence which, by all shapes and ideas, should be a brilliantly well-written set piece, but instead it feels laboured. It goes on for too long, repeating itself over and over again without actually making any thunderous point. And then we have a jailbreak sequence as well, which just goes on far too longer than is absolutely necessary. And the film's 2 hours long, and you can feel it sag in the middle portion of the film when all this is going on, when the story starts to centre around the characters, as opposed to what we were experiencing early on in the film, which is this narration by Mickey as he's going through these experiences. It almost becomes two different movies in a way. It's strange, it's weird. And again, I alluded to Mark Ruffalo. He does very well in this. He has this look of this capitalistic greed merchant, and unfortunately, what comes from them and Toni Collette is almost not enough for you to embrace them as characters. Where you go, oh, they're awful, they're bloody brilliant. No, it's almost like there's not enough given to them. Again, we're treated to Toni Collette, who again is a brilliant actor as well. And her central issue in this film is that she's trying to create a perfect source. Now, unless I missed something, I don't know what the bloody point of that was, to be quite honest with you. And maybe I did miss something, but again, that speaks volumes about what's going on in the script, what's going on in the story. I zoned out with her moment, with Mark Ruffalo's moments. I just, by the time it came around, I just really didn't care. And when you think of villains in satire movies like RoboCop, like Arnold Schwarzenegger's movie where he goes to Mars, which for whatever reason the name escapes me, Total Recall, there we go, Total Recall. We think of those villains, those satire roles where they're playing capitalistic greed merchants, overbearing, powerful men. And here, it plays into this religious zealot nature, but there's not enough. There's simply not enough of it. And yeah, the political satire within the film is meant to be a reflection on cult mentality and, colonialism and all of this, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't work because actually the most interesting part of the movie is the tragic nature and hilarious nature of Mickey's life, because it shows us in those early stages of the film how other people put value above people that they perceive to be below them. That is what works in this film more than the satire that they're trying to force down your neck towards the end of the film. It's a shame. It really is a shame. But it looks bloody brilliant. I can't say anything other than it looks bloody brilliant. The visuals are superb. The creatures that come out, the creepers, they look brilliant. That's quite interesting. It's an interesting, element that they strive with throughout the movie. And it's all set in snow, and it looks perfect, it's biting, but there's just something missing. There is absolutely something missing. And it's a shame, given that the performance by Robert Pattinson is so brilliant. It's a wonderful performance. He plays Mickey 18 as this dark, brooding character, this violent-natured character. Mickey 17 is this sort of reserved, shy, bumbling idiot. It's really interesting to see him play against himself throughout the movie. It's just a shame that it gets overburdened by everything fucking else that's going on. Damn, what an absolute shame indeed. But there you go. I'd recommend seeing this film purely on the basis of seeing Robert Pattinson's performance in this. It's a far cry from his role as Bruce Wayne in The Batman. If you're interested in seeing, some really, really great character, watch this film for that. Watch it for the visuals. For everything else, I'm sorry to say, it simply isn't here, and it's a little bit disappointing. I've got to be honest with you, because I was all for it. In the early stages of the movie, the first half of the movie, I was all for it. I was in, just banged my arm. I was absolutely there for the film, but it sagged and started ebbing away and slowly draining down the plug. What a shame indeed. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you seen Mickey 17? Are you planning to see it? Like I said, I would recommend going checking it out purely for the performances and for the visuals. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think? If you enjoyed this movie, please do let me know. If you didn't like this movie, again, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more reviews like this. It's very busy at the moment. There's a lot of films coming out, some on Netflix. I'm going to try and watch as many as I can, but you're going to have to bear with me because I do have full-time work as well. So thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate everybody that's subscribing to the channel, everybody that likes the videos, and everybody comments as well. It really does infuse me with some good discussion. That's what I want above everything else. So please do like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment behind as well. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.